been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes now for just over 10 years, and pretty much 2 months after I got diagnosed, I was introduced to organization JDRF, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
We knew nothing about type 1 diabetes when it all first started in our family, and so we wanted to find a way to engage, to raise money for research for type 1 diabetes, and then also to raise awareness to the disease, because we knew nothing about it, and it's just kind of a very complicated disease.
After 10 years of supporting the JDRF Walk, the family feels different emotions on this past walk being their last.
I think the biggest emotion I felt was that he was so little when he was diagnosed, and now he's a young man going to be heading off to college, and how he just kind of doesn't know any difference.
And to see 150 people come out and support him on that day, specifically supporting William and our family, and then as a sea of 8,000 to 10,000 people all supporting the same cause, just really lifted our spirits that first year, and then gave us the momentum to try all kinds of different tactics to raise awareness and raise even more money for the 9 years after that.
Type 1 diabetics never get a break. They don't get one day off. There's no day that they can even take one moment away from having to take shots. So the Walk to Cure Diabetes was always a day where William could just kind of pretend like he kind of had a break, especially when he was little. It was just a day to be celebrated and just to kind of be around other kids that were, had the same thing. And
The walk isn't only to raise money, there are other goals, and that is to raise awareness.
Yeah, so being diagnosed at the age of 8 years old, and now being 18, so that's 10 years, I really only know what it's like to live with type 1 diabetes. So in terms of just always thinking about what I'm doing, planning ahead, always thinking about the disease, it's something that is always in me, and it's kind of changed how I live day to day, but I've just gotten used to it. And
we would have well-intentioned, even friends and family, make comments to us because they knew, they had a friend or themselves or whatever who had type 2 and was able to get off insulin through changing lifestyle choices. And they would say, oh, well, if only William can get healthier or work out a little more or eat better or whatever, you'll be able to fix it. And so that's a big part of why the walk, we were able to share the message and reduce that confusion, at least with the inner circle around William and our family.
We are going to continue to fundraise for type 1 diabetes research as long as my husband and I are still here. That's going to be part of our legacy. We want to make sure that we are getting the best minds on the disease, because we absolutely are confident with the leadership from JDRF that we can achieve a cure. And even if for our William it might just be an artificial cure, we are going to be involved for a very long time.
I definitely want to continue to raise money, and the biggest thing that's more important than raising money is raising the awareness for the disease. And that's the whole purpose behind the walk and raising the money and gathering everyone together, is just to raise awareness for what type 1 diabetes is. And yeah, so I want to become a bigger advocate once I get into like an actual career, and I just advocate for type 1 diabetes.